What's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a detailed look and review of the Adidas Pureboost that just came out 2017. Really excited to actually see this model and get this one in hand and on feet. I wore these for the last 2 days, so this review is going to let you know my thoughts on the model. Is it worth buying? And is it comfortable? How does it stack up against other sneakers like the Adidas Ultraboost, the Yeezys, the NMDs, and the Legacy Pureboost 1 and 2? And basically just give you guys my thoughts on the shoe. But if you guys have different opinions, of course, feel free to weigh in the comment sections and let other people know what I did say correctly or what I missed, or just your thoughts about the sneakers. So that being said, I was not paid these sneakers. This is my opinion on the shoe, and I bought the shoes. But it would be really cool if Adidas did send me some sneakers. I don't get very many sneakers from Adidas. It would be really rad. So, hey Adidas, send me like Adidas Boost stuff. I love your stuff. Or something. Anyway, these are a pair of sneakers I've been looking forward to, and the aesthetics of the shoe are definitely very interesting. It's hit and miss on this colorway for a lot of people, because a lot of people said these look like those mall Yeezys that have the light up, stuff going on. That upper material look very, very similar to that. Maybe it does look a little bit like it, but it doesn't bother me at all. I actually like this kind of colorway. It is, in a sense, it's like an inverted sideways version of the glitch camo, as you can see here. So if the glitch camo was this way and the Pureboost was this way, and then they flipped them, the whites and the blacks, it would be pretty much the same shoe. Kind of interesting. Something I noticed, and I wanted to bring these out and compare them for you guys just so you could see the difference in the glitch and these ones. But kind of interesting for this colorway. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the sneaker a little bit. Basically, you have this upper material, which is very, very different than Ultraboost, and that's because it's not a prime knit material, although they should, and maybe they will make a prime knit version. Is it soft? Yes, it's soft. It's not, of course, as soft as something like prime knit. Prime knit it's like more spandex type material, so it's softer and it's more stretchable. Then this is kind of more of like a cloth. It's soft enough that I could wear these without socks if I chose to, and it wouldn't bother my feet at all. It's definitely doable. Honestly, the biggest thing that I can compare these to is the Yeezys. It's really, really similar to the Yeezy 1s. This kind of material is a really not stretchable material on the Yeezys and the Turtle Doves. So it's really, really similar to this, to be 100% honest. And this is supposed to be prime knit, I thought, but honestly, I think this is the same thing. So I might be wrong, but I mean, I don't know. You guys can be the judge if you look at it. It looks very, very similar. Next up, we have the lacing system, and the laces, eyelets poking through here, and then you have the laces kind of circling back through and going across the upper. And then you have rope laces on them, as well as, and yes, I did actually double up. I ended up getting 2 pairs of these. It was just one of those ones I knew I was going to like, so I got a second pair. But you could see they also came with flat laces as well as the rope laces, so you can mix them up. Honestly, it would be cool though if the flat laces were black and white instead of white and black. Then we could have a little bit of a darker look. And the lacing system is interesting, but not as interesting as this crazy tongue system. This tongue system is kind of like a burrito sort of style wrap. It's kind of bizarre, but look at this. It kind of like reminds me of one of those lizards with the that does that thing, whatever. Very, very bizarre looking, very, very interesting and weird. But honestly, I gotta say it's kind of cool. It's different than what I expected. It's not something that I thought I would actually like, but this fold over tongue, as you can see right here, is very unique. It does get in your way a little bit. Sometimes this is get folded down, or this one, you have to readjust it, but it didn't happen near as many times as I thought it would, and wearing them for like 12 hours each day, it just wasn't a problem. Interestingly enough, it's not uncomfortable, and it doesn't really rub in too hard on your feet on either side. I can appreciate different, and because of that, this is definitely something that I thought was pretty innovative and interesting. So we also do have this 3-stripe branding right here on the side, as well as on the tongue. There is kind of a rubberized Adidas logo centered of where that tongue goes, and nothing on this side of the sneaker, and just a little logo on the corner of the sole. You also do have Pureboost on the inside of the sneaker. Speaking of the inside of the sneaker, this does not have an insole, and this is just the way that the Pureboost come. If you see the Pureboost 1, it didn't have an insole. The Pureboost 2 didn't have an insole. I personally like it this way. I don't like the insoles in the Ultraboost. They always bunch up weird, and they're not as comfortable for me personally. I know other people think they're comfortable, it's just not my thing. I would definitely pull them out if I had them in there. In fact, I did pull them out of my Yeezys, as you can see here, just because I just felt better without the insole in. I liked a more direct contact with the Boost. So for me personally, something I liked. Also, if you were curious, the NMDs don't have that either. So let's move on to the back of the sneaker. As you can see, the heel section right here is definitely something that's a little bit different. It has kind of the Princess Leia effect looking things with both of these rubberized joints right here. One thing I do like is that they have the perforation in between. Reminds me of this. It's almost like a little nod to the back section of the Pureboost 1, and I thought that was pretty cool. Feels like you get a lot more support with this pair right here, which is primarily another reason why this is going to be a very versatile sneaker, because you can wear this casually, which is my favorite thing to do, but there's also the option to run in these. And actually I did run on the treadmill a little bit, which is funny for me to say that, but I did. Trying to get back into shape a little bit, honestly, but yeah, I ran on the treadmill on these and they felt really comfortable. I didn't run a ton, obviously, but they were comfortable. And the fact that I could wear these to the gym, that I could actually run in them, and I could just break them out and wear them at work all day, it just makes it a very, very versatile sneaker. So moving on to the sole of the sneaker, you can see it basically has some similarities to the Ultra Boost. The Ultra Boost is on the bottom, Pureboost is on the top, and it doesn't have the torsion system in the middle like the Ultra Boost does. It does have some interesting section right here that comes up the side with the rubberized traction. But the main difference is it's not Continental rubber. The Ultra Boost has Continental. This one does not say Continental. This is still a very significant rubber, and it's honestly a little bit softer and stickier than the Continental. So if you want a softer kind of ride, this is probably a little bit softer traction-wise than this one is. But this one probably lasts longer, which is why you probably pay the premium price for the Continental on the Ultra Boost. So moving on to my favorite part of this sneaker, which is the Boost. I'm really excited to show you guys that, because this is part of the reason why I was so excited to see these sneakers. I love the fact that they did not stick with that style of sneaker. The ZGs, also known as Zero Gravities, were just not a very comfortable pair of sneakers for me. It wasn't a very Boost-like experience, and you get that back in this sneaker. They also did something to the Pureboost that I thought was a very interesting move, and they made it definitely more suitable for wider feet people. And I have like pretty wide feet myself. Look at how wide this is up here from here to here. And if you can't see that, this is angled outward like this. I know it's might be hard to see, but it usually would just go straight down, and it angles straight out like this. It does that on both sides. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Yeezys, how the Yeezys do that as well. It angles downward or outward, and then it has a really wide foot pattern on the bottom. This one has a really wide foot as well. Somebody that has wide feet, like, this is dope. I really like that. So also for like wider feet, the Ultra Boost ST is a great model. If you haven't seen this one, you can see that this section right here is fatter than the regular Ultra Boost, which is the reason why I find these extra comfortable, is because they're just wider. So they're just made better for people with wide feet. And so both of these are really excellent sneakers. You can see the Pureboost and the Ultra Boost ST have a significant amount of boost on the back. So here's a side-by-side of the Ultra Boost on the right and the Pureboost on the left, and you can see that it's a pretty nice ride of boost material. The Ultra Boost has the angle right here on the boost versus the Pureboost has it just straight. Then you move your way on the inside of the shoe, and then you can see the Ultra Boost down here and then the Pureboost up here. Anyways, as you can see though, the boost is very significant on the Pureboost, and it's definitely a reason why I like it a lot. And comparison to the previous model, you can see the Pureboost on the old ones are even bigger than that. So that's why I like these ones so much, because they didn't jip you and give you this rubberized traction. They made the rubberized part on the bottom really, really thin, and this maximized the boost. So the original Pureboost 2 is probably still more comfortable in my opinion, which this is the Pureboost 2, which has the same sole as the Pureboost 1. But it actually had more boost thickness-wise on these, which is reasons why it was one of my favorites. So that is a comparison between those two, as you can see. And the soles on the bottoms, it's an improvement for this only because this is, again, trying to be more diversified and be used as a running sneaker. And this one was more geared towards a lifestyle sneaker. Originally, actually, the Pureboost was categorized as a running sneaker, and then they kind of transitioned it into more of a lifestyle sneaker. This is one where they're definitely bridging the gap and doing the performance and lifestyle thing combined. So that is kind of a look at the difference between the Boost. Still thicker, but definitely better than the Pureboost ZG. So every one of the sneakers that I have out here is a 9.5, and that's what I go with. I go true to size. Some people might go 9 on these if they're a 9.5. I go 9.5 because I like that extra room in the toe box area. Personally, that's just the way I rock with my sneakers. So that's my recommendation for the sizing. Just go true to size. Also know that they're an extra wide pair of sneakers, and it depends on how you decide you want to be able to rock these. If you want to run with them, or if you want to train with them, or if you know that you're going to rock them with no socks or whatever, keep those considerations in mind when you decide on the size to buy for yourselves. Check the link in the description if you guys are trying to buy a pair, though. There are some available for retail right now, and I will keep posting them when I see them pop up for you guys. So let's go over the pricing of the sneaker. These ones are $140. The Pureboost 1, that is right down here, was $120. And then the Pureboost 2 was $120. So it's a $20 increase to $140. Is it worth paying $140 for this sneaker right here? My personal opinion, yes. I would definitely pay $140 for the shoe. I did twice because I have 2 pairs. But I think it's a great alternative to the Ultra Boost. So these ones are $180. Everybody says that these are the best running shoes on the market. They're the most comfortable sneakers on the market. I tend to agree, but you guys already know that I do love my ST Ultra Boost better. This is just one I removed the cage on. And the reason why is because it's made more for wider feet. It just depends on the intent that you have for wearing the sneakers, whether or not it's going to be worth it. Wider feet, yes. Materials are great. The overall aesthetics of the shoe I really like. I think that it's just a comfortable pair of sneakers. And if you haven't tried Adidas Boost, or you keep hearing Boost is great, Adidas Boost, blah, 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 and you haven't tried the Ultra Boost on or the Pure Boost on, then, or even the Yeezy V2s on, then you're kind of missing out. You got to give it a try, and then you will see what people are talking about. But my personal opinion, though, the NMD is not going to give you guys the experience of something like a Pure Boost or an Ultra Boost. They're not going to give you that boost-like feeling that everybody talks about. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the review. Hopefully you guys liked the video and it was somewhat informative and gave you some information about the brand new Pure Boost from Adidas. Definitely a big thumbs up from me. Well done sneaker, very innovative. And that weird burrito tongue, I thought I was going to get these sneakers, instantly put them on and go, everything's dope, but this tongue's terrible. But 100% honest, it wasn't terrible. It was a great experience, and I like the fact that it was different, and different is good. So Adidas, keep bringing some innovation to us, and I'll keep buying it. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. Catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.